This video is going to be about Moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. So, I'm not a professional, as I said before, and I have Moon in Sagittarius. So, I'm speaking from what I know for myself. And with Moon in Sagittarius, that's reflecting off with the emotions because it's the moon, and moon represents Cancer, and Cancer and the moon both reflect off phases of emotions of who you are when you're mad, when you're sad, when you're pissed, when you want to laugh, right? So with Moon in Sagittarius, basically, I would say that, like, for me, I love to make myself feel better. If I'm in a sad disposition, I love to make myself feel a lot more better as what I did before. I'll try to lift my spirit up and listen to some music or do something, to put myself back in this upbeat mood. But a lot of times too, if I'm upset as well, I will reflect a lot on why am I upset and everything and stuff like that. After, if I didn't scream, yell, cuss, and have a yelling match with somebody. Yeah. But with Moon in Sagittarius, I would say that it makes my emotions up front. So what I feel, you're going to receive it. That's what I feel like I give off, and when people perceive. What I feel, you're going to perceive that. If I'm angry, you're going to feel that I'm angry. If I'm sad, you're gonna feel that I'm sad, And with my love, like for my family and then as well for my friends, I try to make them laugh. That's my thing. I try to make my family members and my friends laugh if they're upset and sad, because I can't stand to see the people that I do love be down. And so I try to do little quirky things just to make them laugh, because I don't want them to be down. Because it saddens me to see other people be sad. So I try to make people laugh when they're sad. Yeah. And with Moon in Sagittarius too, I could probably say it relies as well off with the impatience. And I believe, when I have seen other videos of people talking about Moon and Sagittarius, they always talk about basically how we try to run away from our problems. A lot of times when I do have problems, I try to reflect onto them. And if I see I have a problem, I write it down, because it helps me to basically understand the point of what brought that to be a problem, and how I could work on solving it. And then especially too, compared towards when I was younger, I have learned a lot about patience. I feel like I am very much more impatient now than I was when I was younger. So when I was mad, I'll just be fucking mad and be psh. And even now, before I react, sometimes I don't think about it, but sometimes I do. And that's the part of me that's trying to work on my patience, and just to think about because right now, this basically think about what would happen from me depending on what actions I take, basically. What happens if I might take this action or that action, basically. What will happen with that? Will it make the situation better? Will the situation get worsened? Would it bring things to be worse than what everybody pictured? That's what I've been really trying to work on right now, and I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job. But I'm just saying that with Moon in Sagittarius, I feel like if you have this moon placement, then you're gonna feel basically like when you see a loved one that is sad or upset or mad, you're gonna try to lift up their spirits, because you can't stand to see your loved one not in a good place. And if you're sad as well, I feel like it's the same thing. Like when you're sad too, or you're upset or mad, you try to do the same thing and try to lift up your own spirit yourself. And that's where it comes to, because I know our sign is very independent, and I'm not saying it to be dependent on somebody, but you do have to have a little bit of dependency of, like, knowing the ones that love you you know, they have input on what could help you, you know. So it's not bad sometimes to be telling people how you feel and to see what they could say, you know, or what they will say to basically give another solution towards what you're dealing with. And I have learned that as well, you know. Like, you can't be the only one making yourself happy and not expecting that the ones that your loved ones, that they're not going to want to be there too, you know, to help you feel better as well. And I learned as well that a lot of people, everybody basically helps everybody else out in different ways. You have people that may want to make you laugh because they don't want to see you upset. You have people that basically they sit down and listen to you and let you spell out everything with what you feel in that very moment so you can feel understood. You have people basically that try to solve the problem and help themselves, and those people, I hope they know that when they try to solve the problems too, they're not doing that person any good, because you should give that person advice, allow them to see for themselves how to solve the problem, then you try and do it for them. But I'm just saying, you have people that basically try to help people out basically in different ways. But with the moon in Sagittarius, it would be that I feel like our moon sign, it's basically there to uplift your spirit, you know? That's what the moon in Sagittarius really cares about. It really cares about uplifting the ones that it loves, because it wants to see everybody happy around it. And that's what we do. Yes, yes, yes.